What's that question that you've been asking yourself for a long time? Does this podcast have a Patreon? Yes, it does. Is there bonus content there? Yes. Do you usually get early access to the podcast? Yes, but sometimes people go away for like a week on holidays and it's not out in time and have to get recorded at a later date that suits. But is there going to be an episode of the extra Sly Guy podcast where there's like nearly 230 episodes of me talking about my wee trip to Krakow? Yes. Do I review Krakow? Yes. There's lots of hidden hacks in there for you if you're ever going to go on a trip to Krakow? Yes. Is there lots of other content? Is there vlogs? Is there? Yes. Patreon.com for as little as £2 a month. You can support the podcast, help me get better guests, help me go on holidays, help me pay my mortgage, okay? Follow link in the description. We're always brought to you in association with Visual Antics Apparel. Visual Antics have made my merchandise so gorgeous and so beautiful. And I love wearing it. It's comfy. It looks sweet. And I think it's the best podcast merch in the game. So if you want to be lagging behind when it comes to your style, don't buy the merch. And if you want to be ahead of things, you want to be a trendsetter, you want to be a pimp, go to visualanticsapparel.com and buy the Sly Guy podcast merch. You can follow the link in the description of the video and you get 10% off with a discount code SLYGUY10 at checkout. Wow, what a gift. We are always brought to you in association with Modest Beer. Modest Beer. It's just a bloody delicious beer. You know what I mean? It's just a lovely beer to drink. Any of the types they have. I really like the original cloudy yet full of sunshine pale ale, and I also like that one there, which is, it says a Napa. Don't really know what that is, but I know it tastes good, and you can find out more at modestbeer.co.uk. Yeah. Links in the description anyway. You can find out more about it. You can find out what the merch is. You can find out what the story is. And you can find out why Moss Beer is the tastiest beer in the game. And you get 15% off the discount code SLYPA15 at checkout. Is there ever going to be a Sly Guy Modest Beer? Who knows?
I'm the Sly Guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Sly Guy podcast. I've got an itchy nose. Hopefully that doesn't mean like the old wives' tale that I'm going to get into a fight with somebody. I think it probably just means that I've trimmed, my beard and my mustache and some of the hair. It's going into my nose. That was really sore. But anyway, welcome to the podcast. I hope wherever you get this, you're feeling good. Whether you're out walking the dog or pumping in the gym or just lying in your bed trying to get to sleep, I hope listening to my voice really gives you the joy that I wish it does. I really hope it. I've really hurt my nose, by the way. So nose hair hurts. Be less hairy, Dave. But I hope you're feeling good. I'm just back from a holiday in Krakow. It was a good time. I went to Auschwitz and Birkenau, which was not a good time. It was a very somber time, but definitely something worth doing. I could go on and talk about my entire trip to Krakow, but that would be giving away what is on the extra Sly Guy podcast episode on patreon.com. So if you want to get the full ins and outs of that, head on over there and listen to the extra Sly Guy podcast, which is just a fantastic episode. Just for £2 you can do that. It was a good time. Secondly, I need to address a little bit of housekeeping off the top. I may or may not have I didn't hit record. Alright, I didn't hit record in the episode. Sue me. And I've missed the first 10 minutes, but it's okay. Through the power of artificial intelligence, we have salvaged the first 10 minutes of the podcast, so it should be passable. However, it'll go back to normal and sound sweet again after that. All right, so don't panic. It's going to be fine. It's human error. This is what happens. In the world of AI, in the world of technology, humans still have to exist, and I'm but a human. You can judge me all you want, but hey, I try my best to bring it to you, and that's where we're at. Speaking of humans and podcasts, thanks to everybody who's listened to my podcast on BBC Sounds or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcast. Daddy, what's a podcast? 2 episodes are up there now on Sounds, and it's been a lot of fun. The reception to the podcast has been adorable. I've genuinely felt really good, because a lot of times you can put stuff out. There's always going to be people online and elsewhere. Little trolls come out from their little bridges and try to make you feel sad. Thankfully, we've avoided that with Daddy What's a Podcast. The feedback has been lovely. The response to it has been great. And I am just feeling really chuffed with it. So thanks. Cheers to everybody who has who's checked that out. It's much appreciated. And cheers to my friend and yours, Shane Todd, for coming on this week's podcast. Shane, my best friend, a great man, funny guy, a podcast icon, and just a great guy to just sit down and have a silly chat with, which is what we did. And this is what you're going to get. And there's going to be a little bump in the audio around 10 minutes whenever we figure it out, but that's okay, because we're just two guys living life. And I hope whoever listens to this, wherever you are in the world, whatever's going on, I hope you are having a good time in life. I hope you are safe, hope you are cared for, and hope you love your family. That's post Auschwitz, Davey. That's me coming at you saying, listen, the world can be cruel. Let's look out for each other. And the first step of looking out for each other is listening to this podcast and recommending it to other people. So gross. The first step to humankind figuring each other out is liking and subscribing to this podcast wherever you get it, and spreading the word and tell people to listen and sharing it in your story when you listen. That's the first step to ending the conflicts in the world, apparently, and it's the way to go. So if you want to take the first step in being a better person, subscribe to this podcast wherever you get it. And enjoy this week's episode of the SLY Guy podcast with me, Shane Todd.
Here, look, what's this wee table? It's shite. I'm not going to touch it, brother. Oh, no.
Are we on?
Don't worry, my man. Yeah, we're on. Just fucked it. Oh, no, he's fully fucked it. He actually has.
Oh, that's such a mean mood. Just leave it to
One stay.
yeah, it's sweet. That's such a mean
Oh, man.
Watch that table. Say no more, fam.
There.
Just breaking.
You always reference the name of the podcast being the SLY Guy, and you always do. You're slyer than me. I was having a real fucking epiphany recently about why am I such a good guy and this is called the SLY Guy podcast? It doesn't work.
But why was it originally called the SLY Guy
I
Podcast?
hated so many people.
Like who? Like
I want to just be sly, but
you hated the world.
I just hated the world, man. I just want to give out about things. I wanted to be sly. You know what I mean? Do you ever have stuff you're like, I just want to give out about that?
But would you consider rebranding to like the Nice Guy Podcast?
Nah, because it cost me a fortune to do it like this.
But you're saying it costs you a fortune to do it like this to then change it to the Nice Guy Podcast.
Yeah.
You're not losing. You're not the repaint them.
Man, the brand.
Oh man, if I call this the Nice Guy Podcast, I'm gonna have to knock these walls down and build
Also, pretty gay name, isn't it?
the Nice Guy.
else is a nice guy.
I think in 2025 that's exactly what we need.
Yeah.
It's Hope Core. You hear people talk about that?
No, Hope Core.
Hope Core.
Hope Core sounds like somebody that'd be like an up-and-coming actress.
Yeah.
Hope Core.
No, Hope Core was an Irish actress who was in like Brookside.
Blackest Angel.
Hope Core.
Core.
And whatever happened to Hope Core? You know, that's a big
If
thing.
you're listening,
Yeah.
Hope Core could come back. Like that happens sometimes. Actors go away and then they.
Samantha Mumba just tried to get on Eurovision for Ireland and didn't get it. That's a mug.
Oh man, that is mug. Because some people who like Jedward's done it for Ireland.
Body to body, funky to funky. What are those guys? How do they make dough? How did Jedward make dough?
I think guys just give them money to do stuff. You know, I think they're the guys that like who would have no problem.
Do you mean like menial jobs just because you like the novelty that Jedward doing it? Like, do you mean
I like that.
Do you mean like Jedward do your guttering of your house? How bad would they be at?
You know, and imagine it was so they'd be throwing like sods of moss at each other.
All they do is they put J in front of words like
The gibberish.
Jepic. They'd be like, I hope you have a Jepic day. They fuck themselves. He'd be like, the John's falling off the jatter. He's just dead in your driveway.
But then the others desperate around him and all, you know. Yeah, I'm so jad right now because my brother's dead. Just the peace, brother.
Like he's going to be too mated.
Is he got one of Michael Jackson's brothers? It sounds like carnival chat, doesn't it? Wow.
It'd be funny if there was just one really normal Jackson brother. One guy just like reads the papers on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Or just like normal guy married with 2 kids. Just be like,
Harry Jackson?
yeah. Imagine you find out though that Gary the barber from Hollywood was Michael Jackson's brother. And he never mentioned it. You've asked him what he's like, oh, for fuck's sake, up, mad bastard.
But there must have been a period when he started like the barbering, and he was like, you know that wee Japanese mate was trying to hold it in. He's like, I need to fucking tell people I'm Michael Jackson's part.
Well, they told Sean Poo on that. I mean, Sean Poo.
I thought you're just being a creep. And because Michael's weird, do you want to jump poo on? And he gets shampoo references all that. Oh, Ohio, the Jacksons are some guys.
Oh, fuck. What a mental bastards. Like, every single one of them.
Yeah, how about
Because even the least mental Jackson brother is a mental bastard.
you know what's funny here though? We know so little about maybe Jermaine and Michael, Tito,
Yeah.
and Randy, who's not the one from American Idol. There's
Yeah, yep.
But Butler knows them all. And yes, all the Jacksons, all his obviously nephews, all the nieces.
Yes. Because the nephews had a boy band, remember?
3T. Yeah. I called them 3J or something because of Jackson, and I'd apply the Jedward.
I think they were basically, we're trying to get away from all that. We're not just using our family connections. And then the first single hit, and they're like, we're Michael Jackson's nephews.
And the first song was like, yeah. That would. Do you think living with? I mean, I'm opposite.
Not something I wanted to have done.
But do you think living with Michael Jackson and do stuff like that all the time, or do you think there's the theory that Michael's voice wasn't like that normally?
Well, it wasn't. You'll hear in between interviews.
Look, I've heard another story. I don't know if you've heard about Michael, where like he speaks with a low voice. Like,
Yeah.
apparently he was meeting somebody in his trailer, I think, and the guy I can't remember who it was, but someone look up this story. Oh my god, no!
Are you being
I'm
serious?
fucking serious.
But has the video been recorded?
Yes.
Can you use some of that audio?
Some of it, yeah. We'll get it together. We'll fix it up.
We did about 8 minutes. That was some of the best podcasting in history. Surely you used the in-camera audio from that.
Yeah.
Get Ben boosted up a wee bit.
This is why we need producers.
Davey didn't
Yeah.
record the first 8 minutes of the podcast, and it was
might have
10
been.
out of 10.
Yeah, it might have been some of the best stuff ever. What was how did we even get on the Jedward? We started it off. You broke that, which was
I broke
A
the
fun
mic.
start.
Well, we're talking about people like pop stars who go away and then they come back a bit.
that's where we're chatting
I
about
said
actors,
Samantha
weren't
Mumba did Eurovision. You said Jet, she got mugged. They were basically
Yeah.
like, we know
we? So you mean say Samantha Mumba, the singer,
an actress.
an actress.
Yes.
So now there's something about doing Eurovision if you've stopped and come back that it's kind of like it's a wee bit you feel sad for them. Like
Lee
Blue-
Ryan did it, didn't he? Or was it Blue
full
altogether?
Blue, and they had a new song and all, and it was a bit of a banger.
That's where they've gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Blue, I don't, maybe The Small Princess has to be an original song.
Yeah,
I just go All Rise, like.
yeah. I mean that would be like.
Who's going to beat Lee?
But then how come ABBA can do like Waterloo or whatever they did and then just kill it? Or was that the first time they did it? And then Lorraine, she's done it.
Kelly?
No, that's Lorraine. Lorraine, she's won it twice with two absolute bangers.
Who was the Israeli
Dan
performer?
International with a...
with the beard?
No, that was another
Sorry?
another person.
Right.
But Dana International won it and she had a willy.
Because hold on, there was Dana from here.
Yeah.
And then there was Dana International.
Yes, because Dana from here is already taken. And so basically the Dana International is saying, I'm kind of like this Dana, but I'm international.
So there's nothing really stopping us taking the business model of McDonald's as long as we
Yes.
call it McDonald's International.
Correct. So you could take that, you could go abroad and be like, I'm McDonald's International. But no, the whole thing at the time was Dana International. Back in the day, this is probably like maybe the late 90s, maybe early 90s, when, maybe people didn't know as much about like the trans movement and genders and things.
Why'd you get smaller when you said that? Like your neck went down your head?
That's how I relate to people. I start body popping when I get awkward. But she was at the time like she was a guy, and now, and I think that was the attitude of like trans back in the day, was if you are transitioning, like men would be like, oh, she looks like a good one, no? And that was at their time. They did it like the Sun would have been like, did you know?
Yes. Or it would be like person with the tits out on page 3, and then you turn to page 4 and it'd be like, you're a mug, that was a man.
Yes,
full page.
yes.
That's what it would say.
Whereas like rightfully so now people would have an issue with that. But in the day they were like, do you remember there's that show, there's something about Miriam?
Yeah, we've talked about it. Miriam was so sexy.
Yeah, so sexy.
And it was a Sky One reality show, and the guys thought they were dating like a competing to date this Brazilian supermodel.
Yeah.
And then it turns out the end, Miriam, it was called There's Something About Miriam, and the something is Miriam had a full piece and balls.
Yeah.
And at the end of the show, you see them tell the guy, and all the guys are like, remember in Ace Ventura when he's kissed
Louis Einhorn?
Yeah. The guys are going mental, and then the Sky producers thought it was 10 out of 10 banter, and then all the guys went, "We're suing you
Yeah.
because you've lied to us." Like,
But also, there must have been a point throughout filming the series where the
I'm
lads
sure there
were
was.
like, the lads were like, "What do you reckon it is about her?"
yeah.
Must be something about it.
But that like, what's happened to Miriam now? Like,
She killed herself, I think.
you're joking
I
me.
think so. Yeah, I think Miriam died recently. Let me just
You're joking me.
because if not, like, I would have reached out there to see
On the pod?
on the pod to see Miriam, something about Miriam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's
Do
see.
you think it's weird when you say the naughties because it sounds like naughty, like
But it-
you've been naughty?
But it was naughty.
Naughties were naughty.
Yeah.
The naughties were. You could be naughty in the naughties.
Yeah, it's Miriam there.
Beautiful.
Beautiful woman.
Beautiful.
Sadly died. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she had other names. One was Miriam, just that's what she went by, and you know what her actual surname was? Miriam Extravaganza, believe it or not. So
By birth.
by birth.
I want to ask you, what do you think was the least naughty decade in history?
The least
40s was not
naughty?
1940s.
I wasn't naughty.
Not naughty,
Nah.
like.
But then it depends on how you view naughtiness.
And I'd say even like, when did the Berlin Wall fall? 80s?
Berlin Wall, yeah, 90s, I think, maybe early 90s.
That was not a naughty time, like.
No,
You know,
wouldn't have been.
communism's not naughty.
no, those guys are historically zero crack. You know,
The 20s would have been quite naughty, all those
aye.
like Gatsby parties and stuff.
yeah, and like the prohibition parties. No,
Yes.
it'd be good fun right into the 50s. You know, they would have come back with the pompadours and all the Grease guys.
Naughty.
Like, it's pretty naughty going for milkshakes,
The 60s,
swinging.
70s, naughty.
Oh yeah,
Disco.
shagging.
and then
No,
not-
Would this could be late 70s, 80s?
Oh, yeah.
70s would have been like hippies and all.
Yes. And that's naughty.
Yeah. No, what do you think? Like Charles Manson, was he naughty or was he just bad?
I'd say he was a naughty boy for sure.
Yeah,
But
he
not
was
like
naughty.
in a, like an R&B, like cheeky, chappy way.
Yeah, like he
Yeah,
wouldn't.
be undermining him to call it
yeah,
cheeky, chappy.
I was going to say like Charles Manson wouldn't be the kind of guy that'd rub his hands and lick his lips.
Yeah. Like, who's that guy that died through vaping? Paul Danan. He's a cheeky,
He
chappy.
died from vaping.
Yeah. I think.
that's
or,
good.
Or he had an accident. But
Alright.
while vaping.
Right,
No,
okay.
he was addicted to vaping and he's like, it's killing me, but I can't stop.
Well, that's good because I thought he killed himself, and that would have made
But I
me
think
more
he
sad.
did kill himself almost through vaping because they were like,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to die if you. And he's like, oh, boys, I can't. Like, I love it.
Yeah, right.
You just
okay.
love vaping.
But surely
Vaping looks addictive, doesn't it?
I mean, I don't get it. It's weird. Like I don't get it. Like
You,
like, why-
you could get addicted to vaping.
No, I look like a vapist.
You do.
Like I look like a kind of guy who'd be always vaping. I also look like the kind of guy that would drive around underage girls in a car and wear chains and just let them off into wee
Yes.
dodgy places and come back with. I look like a pimp. I look like an
You
Eastern
look like you
European
vape.
pimp.
I look like I smoke long cigarettes.
Yeah,
I guess with
Like,
wee holders on.
we
like a
look
holder.
like we would be a couple of guys in a film that would be like we'd be the bad guys and you'd be a klutz and I'd be the heavy. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I'd be vaping and you'd be smoking and we'd
Yes,
be
and like lock stock.
yeah, we would always be letting it down.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
would-
yeah.
you would
You
shoot
look
your-
like a guy in lock stock. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. I also look like the owner of Nottingham Forest. That's another one. they've got
Evangelist
most recently.
Nakamaris or
Yeah.
something.
Nakamaris.
Lock stock.
Two smoking barrels. Is this
How
gonna
good
insult
was
me?
that movie? I love that era of like lock stock, snatch, layer cake.
Do you just love Guy
Ritchie. All
Yeah.
those movies were absolutely phenomenal.
Did you watch his new show that was on Netflix? Was it The Gentleman or something? It was.
No, it didn't.
No.
It looked a wee bit too much for me.
What do you mean by too
Rob
much?
Brydon was in.
I thought you'd tell me I looked
Was
like
in
Rob
lock stock
Brydon.
playing a traffic warden. No,
Wow.
I can't find this guy. This guy played like a. Oh, he's in Football Factory.
Football Factory.
And I want Ben. Will you put this in the podcast, please?
He'll probably be like, I'm not doing that for you anymore. After the Boytown days.
Right,
don't
that's
have to
you.
drive
That's
away.
you. That's you.
Let's see.
Frank Harper.
Now, let me see.
Now, if you were clean, I've mugged you so bad here.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
I'm trying to get. Hold on, I'm trying to get the right picture of him. No, this is like your showbiz lookalike.
Okay.
Hold on, get a good
I get
picture.
so mugged with lookalikes recently. And it's making me really take stock of how I look like.
Do you know this guy?
Oh no, I do know, but
Him.
you know who Catherine told me I looked like? The guy out of Full Metal Jacket. You seen it?
Oh, Private Pile?
The bald guy.
The guy who died. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
But you
I
get
looked it
so
up.
many people who are just bald just because you're bald,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, more and more, the older I get, the more and more my face looks like Barry from East
Big Show?
I haven't got that before.
You do look like a Big Show.
But he looks like Harry Kane, but if you put Harry Kane's face onto my body,
That is a
it's a
10
Big
out
Show.
of 10 shout.
Isn't
You're a mix between Harry Kane. You and Harry Kane make the Big Show.
yes.
Right.
No, the big,
Yeah.
yeah. So my head, if you plonked Harry Kane's, somebody do this, put Harry Kane's face on me and it'll be the Big Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pose for this.
I haven't got any lookalikes recently. Not as many. No celebrity ones.
Yeah,
You know?
hit with. Oh, I saw one when I was in Poland. Shocker of
You sent me a picture of it.
a guy, and I thought it was just like there's a lot of guys in Poland look like you.
And I don't need to guess what side he was on the tour you were doing.
I mean, no, a lot of like, you would be. I think you'd be an alright Nazi.
What do you mean?
You know, I think you would fit
Like
into
with
it
the
a
hot-
bit. Like you like the style, the fashion, the haircuts.
I'm more there for the look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you'd be a wee bit like no. If all the fucking crazy shit was going on, you'd be a bit like. You just be like, don't tell me about it, lads. I don't know. I don't know. I still want what goes with this. I like the car.
Right.
I like the out. I
like
like
the
wearing
fit.
Hugo Boss.
I like the fit.
I like the fit, but I don't want to know about all the murders and all.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, what could you do? And be like, I'll stick me in, like, I'll do propaganda. or
Aesthetics and so yes. Propaganda like promo
something.
videos.
You do that.
I do that well. Promo videos.
Yeah.
I could have done.
And like, there was one of the guys who like the
Pamphlets back then.
boss of Auschwitz. He like lived in a house, a really beautiful house, just outside the camp gates. Like I could see you doing that, but not knowing what goes on. You'd be the only guy that wouldn't know what was going on in Auschwitz.
They
You'd be
infer
like,
it, and I still
yeah,
don't know.
You'd be like, what?
Yeah,
Be like,
yeah.
you're dealing with a problem. You'd be like,
Yeah.
work away, bro. You deal with it.
Poland was Poland cold?
Yeah, it was.
See, I don't like that. Like,
But you like cocktails?
yeah.
You like
Do
secrets?
they have it?
Yeah.
They don't. It doesn't strike me as a cocktail place.
Oh, it's cocktail and secrets, mate. They love vodka over there.
Were you on beers? Like,
I had some beers and some cocktails as well. Went to this this bar called The Artist, and it was in Krakow, and it was a good time. And like there was you like this because the main barman looked like Miles Teller,
yeah.
and whenever we walked in, he sort of was bringing us down to seat us, and Catherine said to him, like, "Oh, it smells really good in here," but he thought she had said to him, "You smell really good," and he was like, "Oh, thank you so much," and he was like you know, I don't. It's just the whatever fragrance is because no one said that to me before. Like, I mean, and he was getting really into it, and she was gonna go like, I was just saying that the place smells, and she just at this point was like,
Yeah.
So then that became our. We were just like, man, just keep smelling good and stuff in the end. But he was setting fire to things and like using dry ice and freezing the cocktails and.
Can you tell the
special.
story, or have you told it about a close relative of yours arranging part of a trip for some friends?
Which one was that?
Like your mum and dad being away, and then
Oh, my
arranging-
dad.
Have you told us? And can
I
you
don't
tell?
think so. I could, yeah.
Please tell us.
Right.
Give a bit of context for Big Davy first.
So
as well. Like.
my dad my dad's got a heart of gold and he means well for everybody, right? He is a guy who is of a certain time and he is trying to move with the times, but sometimes guys of a certain time just they get
Takes them longer to get there because they're old.
they take things but literally maybe get it slightly wrong. But my mum and dad have a
Sorry, on that.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a sketch goes out of my head?
Yeah.
Years ago, my dad was in a cafe in Belfast being served by a person with a shaved head.
Oh, no.
And my dad goes, "Can I just have the soup and a cup of tea, mate?" And then he went, "Oh, sorry." He goes, "Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, I'm really sorry, mate. I said the word mate." He goes, "I didn't realise I wouldn't use it." He goes, I thought you were a man."
Yeah.
And the person goes, "Well, I am a man." And then my dad goes, "Oh, sorry. I thought you were a woman,
Yeah.
but being a man, I'm really sorry." I took a soup. He fucked it up on so many levels. Like, mate's fine. You call
Yeah.
anybody mate. But he was like, he realised he made a mistake and he
Yeah.
tried to overcorrect it.
Now my dad's a man of a certain age. I'm going to tell you a story about a man who is even older. He's
Yeah,
a guy
yeah.
I used to work with. When I was working in a housing executive. He was a maintenance officer. And old guy, you know, classic old man style, pencil behind the ear, big glasses, thick grey moustache. You can imagine, gave all the patter, great chat, sort of old school fella. And there was one of our tenants who was transgendered. And now she still had a masculine sounding voice.
Right.
So on the phone, you might know unless that's made clear. So pick up the phone, he's chatting to this person, and he's like, well, mate, I'll be out to sort this. And she was like, listen, I'm not a man, don't be. And like, was fully giving out to him for like a while. And you could hear him sort of going, like, trying to just take it. And he's a nice guy, so he wasn't being rude or anything. He's just going, all right, no bother. And at the end, he goes, right, is that all, mate? Dead on. I'll be out Wednesday. And hung up. And then when the complaint came in, he didn't know. He's like, I didn't call her mate again. And you're like, no, you fully did. And
he said
like,
mate, mocker, chum.
Yeah, he's like, you know, the full works.
Tell a story about your dad, please.
And I'll get on that one last thing. Just reminded me of another great story on the phone. Another one of the guys I worked with, and this guy was fucking really, you could see. And this guy, he's a great man. He was going so red. He was so angry, like a wee bald man. His whole head red. You could tell he's fucking really annoyed on the phone or whatever else. And then I was just hearing it come to the end of the phone call, and the guy goes, do you know who you're talking to? And you heard blah, 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 and then he just goes, well, I'll tell you what you can do, go and fuck yourself. And then hung up. I was like, oh dear, why that? And I said, you said you know who you're talking to. And then he goes, aye. And he goes, when he said he didn't, I just had to tell him to fuck himself and hung up. So the guy,
do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, no, I'll fuck yourself, hung up. So the guy went back and go, somebody told me to fuck myself. And it was like, in the
it's like
office,
going to a restaurant, like, do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
But the manager's like, who told so-and-so to fuck themselves? And nobody was going, me. Yeah. Should have gone to the guy that was fucking colour of a fucking Man United. But it was very funny. No, so my mum and dad were away on holidays, and they were away with a couple of their friends who are gay. A gay couple. It's 2025.
Couple of boys having fun.
Couple of boys, you know, been together longer than my parents. Great friends. We love them. Whatever. They're away. So my dad is a guy who wouldn't plan anything. He doesn't. He leaves that to mum. If anything, he wouldn't want to organise stuff. He likes to just do. He likes to go with the flow. Do. But then, one of the days in the holidays, he's like,
where were they?
They were in Iceland. So he goes, we're gonna plan. I'm gonna plan a day for us. And my mum was like, you know, it's not just us. The guys are coming as well. And he was like, I know.
Say less.
We've got it covered. I'm gonna do an inclusive day that we're gonna enjoy. We're gonna enjoy this day. It's gonna be all good. My mum was like, oh, that's really, like, she was like, fair play, Davey, that's really, you know. And she said, like, they were in the hotel room and she was just sort of pottering about the hotel room. Dad was sitting down, you know, wee hotel room table, a wee notebook out and his fucking glasses on, flicking through his phone and writing stuff
like
down.
Big whiteboard up.
Yeah, like really going into it. And she's like, this is going to be
calculator.
Really lovely.
Yeah.
So they came, my dad's all ready, they're throwing the gear on. He's chuffed himself, like, he's like, I've really got this. And he brought them out to this event in Iceland. You know, he took them? Penis Museum. And that was the day. That was the activity. And my mum was like, I don't think he realises they only like male penis, like they don't like animal dicks, you know. So they're like walking around. My dad was sort of going, like, there's a whales one and all.
Is that all he had planned? Was like, hey, you love that.
So that was literally it. Now, in fairness to him, he did find a bar to go to afterwards. And he sent me a photo of it, and the bar was called Lookalikes. So he must have just gone, I know a theme for the day. And like, he didn't see why this would be anything wrong with it. You know, he was like, the lads will love it. And to be fair, they're a great time.
Your mum must have been raging. That she was like, they probably had a terrible day. They feel disrespected and embarrassed. And they're like, nah, we fucking that 10 out of 10.
See, to be fair, of all things we like.
So would Big Davey consider like Big Davey's big gay tours?
I mean, on paper, the shittest tours ever. Couple, you lads coming, you want to see Belfast? I know where
I
to go.
can just imagine all the jokes he's making the whole way around the Penis Museum.
Yeah.
Well, could you?
But I mean, all the jokes for the Penis Museum is just varying degrees of this. And my dad would be the sort that would be
a
like...
big wheel one. They've got to cast a mine anyway.
But God love him, he's so chuffed himself. And,
God love him.
And I mean, it did look like a good time.
Lookalikes.
And it's just funny, he sent me a photo of the guys outside it. Now, to be fair, big smile on his face, he's ready to go in there and see what it's all
They
about.
needed food on the walk back to the hotel. He's like, I'll sort of just get some sausages. No chips.
Just sausages. And feeds them from open up it. There you go. You go in Iceland, you're gonna eat sausages in your knees. There you go. But listen, he's trying to move for the time. He's trying to be a woke guy. Yeah. He just doesn't.
He's dozing.
He is dozy. You know.
No, he's dozing.
Yeah.
He's trying to be woke, but he's
That's
dozing.
it. He is.
So he's half awake, but he's like,
But that's like that thing, trying to beat your alarm. You're trying to get up. You're really trying your best.
do you know what he is?
Sometimes you can't.
He's going on a holiday and he's excited for it, but he's had to get up early, so he's not with
Yeah.
it. He's not with it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
But I mean, that'd be great. Like, I just, you know what, the moment I wish I could have seen is we face when they're in the transport going there.
Yeah.
Where you see what I've got for you.
Yous will love this.
I know, it's so bad.
We went to the sex museum in Amsterdam. It was terrible.
Yeah. But I mean, sex shouldn't have a museum, I don't think.
But
Do you know what I
this is doing big business, like.
Yeah,
Everyone's there in
And
Amsterdam.
but did you look at it and did you come out of it with any ideas, or do you be like, oh, I would give that a rattle, or?
I came out with it with, I knew it would be a funny profile picture on social media, me just sitting on a big giant hard cock.
Yeah.
That was it.
Why in sex do they always have to have hard ones, like?
I know.
Would you just say wee soft?
I think
wee
because
floppy
there's intent with that. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
one? Yeah.
Do you think for people who find that too aggressive, there would be like the soft penis museum?
Yeah.
Just a bit more laid back and a bit floppier?
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. But also, you know, whenever like you die,
Yeah.
do you think that's what the wee animals and all are thinking? Wonder that's where my walt's going. Like, if you die, do you believe you need all your body to go to heaven or whatever, or do you believe, like, when you die, you get your dick cut off and
Sorry.
it's in a museum?
What is the question? Do I think when animals die,
Mm-hmm.
they don't know, oh, so their dicks end up in the dick museum,
Yeah.
but you're saying, do I think they know that that's where it's going?
Yeah, or do you think they go to like animal heaven and then be like, fuck your dick?
And they're like,
Where's
a middle-aged man has brought his wife and
Yeah.
a gay couple to look at it
Yeah,
in
and like,
Iceland.
And like, do you believe in like what happens to the body after you die? Like, if someone was like, "Oh, you're seeing Todd's dick," are you going to be in heaven being like, "Oh fuck, I'm a eunuch now"?
Yes. I don't know, but I think, I would say if heaven's real, you get sorted out when you're up there.
Yeah,
So I think if you had a club foot, it would be not nice if when you got to heaven you had to walk around with that club foot. I think they sort you out. Like,
yeah, right.
I think
okay.
you're able to, you go and you like, a bit like sort of Pimp My Ride, like you tell them what you want modified,
right. Okay,
and it won't be like exhibit doing it, you know, it'll be more like normal.
or something. Or
They'll
like
not be
Moses.
putting like fish tanks in it or
Yeah.
wheels, you know, it's more.
PlayStation in your wee bum and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be so impractical. Other people, it'd be great
Yeah.
for other people, but it wouldn't be good for you, like.
Because like that's one of the things, you know, now you have to sign a form to like exempt yourself from donating your organs,
Which
if
is
you
great.
die in
In my
traffic.
opinion, yeah.
But my there'll be somebody going, excuse me, but my mum said, you can take what you want, but not my eyes.
That's my auntie Sandra's, yeah.
But which is weird to me because, what, like, if you go to heaven, are you just gonna be
Yeah,
just can see? But
Yeah.
like, you'd want the rest.
yeah. Are you happy to have them take everything of yours?
Yeah. But then
I'd like to see you cut open. I remember that German pervert used to be on Channel 4, cutting up bodies.
Dr. Gunther von Hagens.
Remember that was a normal program?
Bodyworks.
It's on like
yeah.
11 o'clock. He has a museum in Amsterdam.
He's got a lot of museums. Is
Is he still going?
Fun. Oh, aye, he's on the rip still.
Imagine if when he dies, is like, no, don't touch my body.
Yeah.
And they're like, you fucking
But
hypocrite.
like, he'll be there with his. But what
He'll be cutting himself open.
But I would be saying to them, I'd be like, listen, see if I have a small thing, get me a bigger one.
Yes.
Give me a bigger one.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
one display me. And put, you know what wee hat he always wears? Put the wee hat on me, and then I'll be like, "Oh,
Yes.
good, Dr. Gunther."
I found it. I could never watch that program. I
Yeah.
hate that, and I couldn't go and see it. If I walked past it, if it was in like the lobby of a hotel I was staying in, I'd look, but I wouldn't like go to an exhibition of it.
See bodies. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like what happens when you die? Like I
And
was
all
in
the stuff you have inside you. What's the biggest organ in the body?
the biggest organ in the body is the skin.
Correct.
Yeah.
The epidermis.
Yeah, the epidermis. That's the biggest. But like we went to a castle in Poland, and there was just these bones at the bottom of the pit, and they're like, "There's the bones of your man," and then you're sort of going,
I bet you it's not.
but why?
When you go to museums and there's dinosaur bones, they're not real. It's
Wow.
just for scale.
What about Takaburi? Is she real? The mummy in the Ulster Museum?
Yeah. She is real.
Yeah, don't say that.
I remember going to there with primary school and they said something about embalmed mummies, and I got all sad
Yeah.
because I thought they were going to take my mummy.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, Takaburi is stinking. Like,
Yeah, she is thinking. You know what would have been way
lying there,
better
gross,
about her?
like.
See if you're like an embalmer, if you just put a wee thumbs up.
yes,
you know, put the
or
bodies
one
up.
of those, and then she punches you.
And then if you could, like, you know, why they like hook her brain out the nose and all.
Yes.
If they just pull the tongue out a wee bit,
Yeah.
and you're just sitting there with a wee thumbs up.
The way they did the brain out the nose, that's
Yeah.
stinking. Like,
Yeah, it is
also,
stinking.
you'd end up with a big fat nostril.
Yeah, And this is what I always thought. I was like,
That
that's
begs
not.
your
You're
brain.
not going to end up looking sweet after that.
No.
Like, see, whenever we had Matilda to get her tonsils out, like when we went to get her from the theatre, her wee nose was all bleeding and all coming out nose, and I was like, that's gross. And I
Yeah.
was like, I love you and all, but that's gross.
Yeah, you forbid it.
So I'd be like, just leave wee nostrils alone. Like, if you're going to take a brain, like, just cut a wee bit in the back of the head.
Yeah,
and
like
rip
a wee
it out.
flat, a wee door, and
Yeah.
then if you need to go back in for more, it's easily accessible.
Exactly, that's a good idea, actually.
It is.
You should go into the field of medicine. I think you'd be a real innovative doctor.
I think I would present ideas people hadn't thought about before.
I think so.
It's like I say to Paul Hughes, shout out Paul Hughes, top MMA fighter. I give him wee ideas, and he thinks I'm joking, but I'm like, here's something a fighter wouldn't do,
Yeah.
so no one's going to be prepared for it. One I had is go to cock your right hand, but subtly, right? Because people will know if it's overdone. Go to cock that right hand, hit him with a wee bump with the left, and then he'd be like, cheeky bastard, and
Yeah.
then do use the right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm offering like wee things.
Because that used to be one of the moves in a nightclub. Someone was going to fight you, threw a pint up and distract them and biff them. One move.
But who would be distracted by that? Someone throws a pint.
No, but they just throw it up and they go, fuck, boom.
Yeah.
Night, night. Good night.
When was the last time did you ever fight in a nightclub?
Just once. Just once. Yeah.
Where?
In the bot, outside the bot. Yeah, outside the bot. And I think Simon, the bouncer from Pugs, barred me from the bot. We found that out later when we crossed it all
Really?
together. Yeah. We had a good old laugh about it.
Were you justified in what you did?
Simon. Yeah. Simon to me got his facts wrong that day. And I'm a man with a lot of respect and love for Simon, but I believe in that day he got his facts wrong, and
What happened?
somebody punched one of my mates in the face for no reason. And
No smoke without fire,
no,
bro.
he was on his phone.
No
I
smoke
guess,
without
and
fire?
The guy walked past and knocked it out of his hand, and then punched him, and then that was it. We were just minding our own business. And I just
Your
got,
mate said some guy's done that by mistake and gone, oh, I'm really sorry about that. And your mate goes, fuck off, you wee scroot. And then
Wow.
the guys hit him.
So I just held the guy from behind the arms so he couldn't
Full
like,
Nelson?
Full Nelson. Yeah, and then
Why are you fighting like the 1920s?
This is how I
Say,
work.
put him up.
But I got him the full Nelson and then jumped up and wrapped the legs around him and he was lying on the ground, holding him till the bouncers came, and then he just threw me out. And then we were outside, my mate who was on the phone next
It'd
to
be
me was
cool to get the
sitting
rest
down.
of that story.
Well, that's true. That's the way of it.
He's hit your friend, you just subdued him, and they're like, you're
Yeah.
a bard.
Yeah, because it was a kerfuffle, you know.
You were dancing on his head.
Yeah, no. So outside, we're there, he's on his phone. The guy walks past, kicks him in the head for no reason. So then I push him away. I'm like, don't do that. And then
I'm sure you said that.
I did. I'm like, fuck.
Don't do that to my
Don't
friend.
Don't you fuck.
That's my friend.
Fucking touch him.
Yeah.
And then he pushed me and said, don't you fucking dare touch me.
Yeah.
And he ripped my shirt off. Like, ripped it open. And I
Ladies
went,
loved it, though.
Listen, that's a couple.
You were delighted.
I was like, well.
Oh no, is my big chest hair been
so I
exposed there?
boop, and then punched him and then just got on top of him. Fuck. No, just got on punching him and then I got pulled off by the bouncer. and then the police came along. It was trouble. And then I actually broke my hand. See there?
Yeah.
From ground and pound. That's the only time. And I didn't feel good with big or clever.
No,
Fighting's not good, man. So I'm a pacifier.
not the answer.
I tried to pacify. I tried to resolve the situation with the full Nelson. It wasn't enough. It
Yeah.
wasn't even a full Nelson slam. It was
That would
just-
be your name if we were. I can't remember if this was in
Porn
the
guys?
pod or the deleted pod. But if we were like Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrel
Yeah.
guys, your character would be called Phil Nelson,
Yeah, full Nelson.
and I'd be like Johnny Licks or something.
Johnny Licks.
Johnny Lollipop.
You'd be cowlick in your hair, maybe. I'd be what
I
you'd
don't
be.
have a cowlick.
But you would if you were Johnny Licks, mate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They could put it in
They
CGI
can do
or
that.
something.
Yeah, they can do that. Johnny Licks and full Nelson.
Do you think people get as many people get born with cow's licks now?
But what is it? Like what? I
Just
know
a
it's just
thing
a
in
wee
your hair
swirl.
that sends it like
Swerve?
swirly. Yeah.
But then I remember, like, if you get it at the front, it's shit. If you get it around the back, it's alright. Like, you can
Yeah,
cope with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a good look. Like,
Yeah.
you can cope with it. You can focus with it. It's all good. Like,
Do you, when you dream, do you have hair?
No.
Really?
I'll be honest with you.
That's sad.
I've been trying to hold on to my hair for so long, and now I look back at photos of my hair. I think it looks weird. I prefer. I mean, we're used to.
There was a
being
weird in
bald.
between stage where you should have done it before you did it, but then
Yeah.
when you did it looked great.
Yeah, it took a while, but we just went for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That's life, man. It's kids living, stress.
Yeah, yeah.
Happens that you just have somehow aged backwards. I don't know why. Why kids have made
Cost
you
me a lot of money.
better. Like, you're like that guy, the Brian guy.
Yes.
He's like, he's trying to live forever.
Or old Aaron Butler, as I call him.
Yeah. You know what? If there's Aaron knows too much. Aaron Butler. That sounds weird. You call him Aaron. Butler knows too much about that guy and too much about like this.
We just did an episode I asked him about his skincare routine.
Mhm.
It takes him 20 minutes to do it.
That's a bit weird. I think. I mean, what does he? What all goes into it?
Micellar water, toner, cleanser, moisturizer, eye serum, collagen, all this like
You know what the bro needs?
But
Botox. We should do that. Get him a wee bit of Botox.
he always
Yeah.
has a mate who's doing something. Oh, my mate got this done. My mate got that done. You know.
Yeah.
But he was talking about threading.
Yeah.
They put like wee strings in your skin, pull it back, and then
Glenn's
they
had that
dissolve.
done, Psychic Glenn.
But it lasts for a year and a half apparently.
Yeah, apparently it's very sore as well.
But all that shit, like, I'm sure it looks great at the time, but then it doesn't look good after. Like,
But I sort of think it comes to a point in life where it's okay to be old. There's like we're in the middle ages now, between being like really old and just still hanging on to being
Yeah.
young, and that's the age people want to do it, because it comes to the point you just look
I have
old.
wrinkles, I'm getting grey, but like that's what the Lord and Savior
Would you
intends for me. Like,
Put a bit of colour in your hair ever?
no,
No, you just go full scope.
yeah, and I let my hair go grey too.
What's that?
I'd start
face?
vaping.
Yeah. But like I just think it looks weird. Like, see the young girls that are in like reality shows, like the Geordie Shore girls.
But
they're
they don't
having full
look young.
surgery.
They
It
look
looks
older
weird.
than us.
Yeah, and it's weird. And you know who doesn't look sweet and we love her? Pricey. Like, what's like?
My wife watches Love Island, and she'll be like, "What age do you think she is?" And I go, "I don't know, like 37." It's like 21.
Yeah.
They spend so much trying to not look older, but they end up looking way older than they would if they didn't get to work.
Yeah.
But then I understand the pressure of them feeling like they need to get to work. It's a vicious circle,
Have
David.
you seen the boy in Love Island with the hair fibers?
Don't think so.
Well, he's like.
Does it look good?
No, it's not. Like, as a bald guy, I'm like, just he would look better.
Does he
off
pour it
shaving
on?
Down. Yeah, he's a whole routine. Like, so I'll show you what he's like. But he's also had the teeth done. You know what I mean? So he's at the top, but the teeth are a bit too big, so he's always licking. So anytime he speaks, he's like.
Ah, yeah.
But he has this like. It's just not a sweet look, you know. And as a bald guy, you're going, man. You need someone to just go.
Just do it. You'll
Just-
look way better,
yeah.
and you'll be stressing less. You
Yeah.
don't need to worry about the smoke and mirrors.
And like, he's the only guy in Love Island I've seen that I've gone. I don't know if you're actually a handsome guy or not. It's like
Is this
some-
guy called Ronnie?
Yes. Yeah. Do you know him?
I know him from the show. People go, "Oh, you don't watch it." I know him from the show
Yeah.
being on in the house, and I'm half watching it.
But I mean, that's his look like.
It's a lot of maintenance and upkeep. And look,
But it's also not a nice shaped haircut. For
But he's
him,
a
is it?
handsome guy.
He can be.
He
I
doesn't
think.
need it.
Like, there's one there. There's one there. And he's gorgeous there.
Beautiful.
Handsome man. But then it's like the side bits I always think let you down when you're bald.
Yes.
You know, those side bits, they're like, if you need to just shave that in and bring it up.
Yeah.
But like, he's very yeah, you vibe with me, like a journeys. I think, shush, man.
I would love it if you just like got the hair done and like. But you couldn't.
No, but also I don't think, and this might startle some people, I don't think a hair transplant looks good. Unless your
It
hair's
does on
combed
some people.
down, unless
It
it's sort of
does.
combed down a bit.
It does on some. There's some people I speak to and I didn't know they had it. So that is a sign of a successful hair transplant. I
Like,
think.
I don't think you could have a hair transplant. I'll tell you why. Because you wore your hair up. When you wore it down that time, everyone mugged you. But you need to have it down to hide the line. Otherwise, it looks like just a wig.
But
stuck
then the
on your
line's
head.
filled in. I think if I ever did it in the future,
Uh-huh.
I don't think I would, but I would just shave my hair.
What if somebody came to you, like this I think this would blow your mind and really make you paranoid. If a hair guy, like a specialist at work, was like, oh, there's a wee bit of a recede there, you could catch it before it gets in, you'd be like, do it.
And what's he offering me?
He's like, all you need to do is come out to Faliraki. I'll sort you out. I'll be like, because people are racist, let's not lie about hair transplants. They're like, I don't fancy a Turkish man doing that.
Yes.
Like, no, it'd be sweet. But what if he was like, I'll take a Faliraki, but it's going to be an English doctor, an old guy, he'll sort you out.
No, I don't want an old guy doing it.
Yeah.
Because I want a young doctor who's only about this.
Yeah.
And I would get it done.
But it would get you so paranoid though, because they're in the business to say, while you're at it, would you do other stuff? Like, I may be like, here, if you
I'll
want,
fix that lazy hair.
yeah, we'll do that. You could maybe pin your ears if you want. We could
Yes.
you could get rid of those crow's feet, and you'd be like, and then you leave.
This
feeling
got
like,
personal a little bit
Yeah.
halfway through that. Because you were studying my face and head.
Yeah,
saying all that
but you
stuff.
know, maybe that's what they would
Yes.
say. Like when I was in the dentist, and the dentist took out my tooth, and she was like, "Let me take out
She's like, do you want me to take them all out?
that other one?" And I was like, "Does it need to come out?" And she was like, "Nah, but you take it out." So
Yeah, yeah.
I went to my other dentist who have moved
I did
since,
too.
because I left that woman because she just wanted to pull all my teeth out.
Do
all
you
the
feel
time.
like it's better for you, like morally, to have two dentists to not overwork them? So you have one that does this side of your mouth and one that
Yeah,
does
it's
that
fair.
side?
Because now, in fairness, the other dentist did say to me I had the biggest head she's ever seen. She
Weird
told-
thing, not her department.
No, but she also told me, She said to me, your teeth aren't strong enough for your jaw. I don't know, what do you mean? And she goes, you're just crushing your teeth with that jaw of yours. And she said to me, you have a head like a gorilla. And whenever she was pulling my tooth out, she'd like the
I think there was too long of a gap there, but
yeah,
she what?
yeah. So she'd have foot up in the thing and was yanking them out. And she's like, your head is just, and she just kept saying how big my head was, and I was like an ape.
Being serious, what if a top London Harley Street firm?
She went from there. That's where her old job was. She was all about getting the. So if I was getting implants, I'd go there.
What if
But
someone
not for the person?
being serious? Final question, because I gotta
Yeah.
go. What if someone from Harley Street sees this and goes, David, we would love to give you a full top of the range head of hair. We'd love to do all your teeth, but we're not going to do them like turkey teeth. We're going to just make them look nice and natural, and we're going to get rid of the ridge here,
You just be wanting to do this. Go.
and we'll shrink your head a wee bit to be like.
No, because I mean my body would be too. I look.
Well,
like
not
freak.
shrink the head, but
Yeah.
like get rid of the ridge,
Yeah.
all the teeth sorted, full head of hair, free of charge. Would you do it?
And would they fly me out and put me up?
It's over in London. Fly you out, not a problem.
I'll probably take that. Then.
You'd do it?
Yeah, I'd take it. But yeah, the teeth would be sore. I don't know. I get rid of the ridge, but I'm not fussed. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I would want that, because I wouldn't like then to go bald again and then have this big line.
Well,
Rather
the
just
ridge
be
is
bald.
practical for like when your kids are older, if they want to like cycle off it or something.
Yeah, it is good.
But-
and I can hide them under if there's ever an emergency or something.
Exactly.
To worry about.
But yeah, I don't think. I don't know if I want that.
Right. Well, listen. Now this has been lovely having a chat with
It's
you.
been lovely seeing you, brother, but I gotta go.
It's been good. You gotta go. You gotta live your life. And guys, if
Everyone has to live their life.
if someone can boost the starters, that'd be great. That'd be so great. If someone can boost the audio, I'll give a wee bit at the start and we'll get in, because that was a lot of fun.
That was great.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Take care. Oh, too sweet. I thought you were just doing ET. He's so weird.
I'm the sly guy.